Hi, this is Rene Stanley for Movie Review Relay, and we're here to talk about Scandal today. We saw the premiere 2014. Yes, last night was the big night. And so Olivia and Jake are out on a beach 100 miles from Zanzibar. We found out where they were for you, so you can sleep tonight. I know. So they're on the beach and they're enjoying, having sex. They're enjoying exotic foods, all the stuff imported in. They get their mail all special because, it's a secret to where their location is. So, of course, they don't get regular mail. They can't go to the post office. Everything's flown in by private plane and stuff like that. It's really cute. It's really romantic. But we never liked Jake, because Jake's a little crazy. So when they flew off together, it always made me nervous. But, that's the storyline. Okay, so they get this shipment of supplies that they normally get, their exotic meats or whatever, wines or whatever they drink and eat. But then they also get their mail. So they get a mail that says, Harrison Wright has been confirmed dead. And I'll tell you why I'm laughing later. But, all right, so Olivia is very upset, flies back to Washington, D.C. to find out what happens to her colleague, and allegedly to plan the funeral. All right, so she enters the office to observe dust covers all over the furniture, and she gets kind of melancholy. She starts thinking about her company that she had to leave behind. Olivia Pope Associates, she had to leave everybody behind. She thinks about it, and here comes Quinn into that room where she is, the empty room, and they start catching up on things. Of course, Quinn tells her how she found out that she was still alive and how she knew where she was and all that sort of thing. It was like through forensics, when they trace where certain products are going. Well, they knew what she liked. So when they saw everything being shipped to this particular place, and this was all the things that Olivia liked to eat and things like that, they knew that was where she was. All right. So she's saying that Quinn's saying that I knew where you were all the time. It was okay. I got you. All right. So she tells her about how Cuck is working now at a data shop, which is similar to the Apple store that's in my computer, whatever it is. And then they tell you when it's going to be ready and things like that. So he's kind of settled in his life. I guess he's basically said, what, this is the way it is now, and I'm going to accept it. It's fine. But Olivia walks into the shop because now she knows where he is, and he looks at her almost robotically, very stoic, without any emotion. You could tell he knows who she is, but he's trying to pretend like he doesn't, and she's trying to get a rise out of him, trying to get him to greet her, and he doesn't really want to do it. He just basically talks to her like she's a regular customer, 9-to-5 customer. It's okay. Everyday customer, he talks to her like, So she walks out now. She's got to find out what happened to Harrison Wright. All right. So then she goes and looks at everybody. Now the scene switches over to Abby. Abby's a spokeswoman for the White House. She's, kept quite busy, very articulate young woman, very good looking. So, she does well in that. All right. And then Olivia meets, when she gets back to Washington, of course, she meets with her father. He set everything up for her. She gives him a visit, and she says, Daddy, what happened to Harrison Wright? Because she's figuring he's got to be behind it. Everybody knows now. We remember last season, he was behind everything. He was just this Bengali. He was this evil thing, this evil guy just controlling everybody, right? Remember? Okay, so Olivia says, what happened, Daddy? And he goes, I had nothing to do with it. Okay, so she doesn't believe him, and none of us believe him. None of us believe anything he says because, he's awful. So, and he says, yeah, because Daddy, I can't ever tell when you're lying. We can't either. None of us can tell either lip, so we're with you. All right, so the scene then switches to Cyrus. Cyrus advises the president Olivia's back, and he acts like, so what, but just let me know, keep me abreast. But I don't really care. That's the kind of look that he's trying to project, is that he doesn't really care, but you could tell he does. All right. So Olivia receives a strange phone call saying that one of the senators has had a murder in her. Of course, Olivia goes there. She checks everything out. It really wasn't a murder because he was still alive. But through a confluence of events, she finds out that that senator that called her wasn't really attacked by this person that she said she was. That's the story she gave Olivia. She was attacked by him, and she was just defending herself. Really, it was one of her young staffers who was attacked by this senator, and therefore, she was just trying to protect her young staffer. So Olivia, in true Olivia Pope style, handles the scandal, makes sure that the word doesn't get out, twists the whole thing around, and makes it look like this is a civil rights issue with regard to women's issues. Yeah, that's how you can kind of put it without telling you exactly what happened, but you'll see it. But that's what it appears like. You know, she gets on a podium, she gets on television, you know, the way she used to do before, and she just explains that we're standing up for women, and it's very good. She's very good. You know she is. That's why she's Olivia Pope, right? Okay. So, now I just want to mention that a significant segment of the program is devoted to the funeral of Harrison Wright, with Olivia's father looking on in a limousine from a distance at the cemetery, right? So Harrison Wright's funeral is going on. They never show the body. He's in, you know, the casket. Who knows what happened at the funeral? Maybe they're having everything at the graveside. That's not really clear. What's happening is they're showing scenes of Olivia crying, and everybody crying and crying. All the associates sitting around crying. And Aretha Franklin is singing in the background, Bridge Over Troubled Water. It's a very classic song. It's old. But Aretha just sings the hell out of it. So, you know, it makes you very, you know, spiritual minded at that point, you know. And so you don't know what's happening for the next couple of minutes except for their mourning. The only thing you know is that they're mourning Harrison Wright. Like he's this great thing. Okay, fine. But in real life, the actor who's playing Harrison Wright has already said that he wants to come back, that he's open to coming back. He was on TMZ, and he had this big scandal party, and he's talking to the media. He's got interviews going on now. He wants to come back, and he's hoping the writers will write him back. And they do that. You know how they do in soap operas and things. People have a twin. It really wasn't their body. They fell over the cliff, but they found the body was still alive. Nobody knew who it was, but now he's back. There's a million ways they can bring him back. There's a million ways that writers can resurrect actors and characters. Yeah, not actors necessarily, but characters. All right, so they might be bringing him back. I guess Columbia Short is letting us know. Who knows? I think, I wish him luck. I hope he gets his thing straightened out, because right now domestic violence is something that people aren't tolerating now with the scandal with the NFL. It's a very touchy subject. It always has been. But now it's been thrust to the forefront. So good luck. God bless him. So look at Mellie. Mellie is the president's wife. She's in a very deep depression. I guess there's no other kind of depression, but she's walking around, gets up in the morning, keeps her pajamas on, gets drunk, and then walks into the Oval Office or wherever they're having a meeting or conducting business in the White House. She's in areas she shouldn't be in at that particular time, very inappropriately drunk and you know, dressed in these in her pajamas, and she just walk in the middle of the meeting or conference, and you have to see the look on Tony Goodwin's face, Fritz, the president. He looks like, oh boy, you know, he's really very he's very upset, but there's nothing he could do because he knows she's going through this pressure. She has a mountain load of history, of backstory. You know, she has the rape, she has the incest, she has the son that died. You know, she has all of these things that are happening to her. She had a little boyfriend at one point. I don't know if you guys remember that. And the boyfriend kind of kept her busy because she would have sex all over the White House. You know, because the president was having sex when he felt like it. So I guess she felt like, you know, I can have sex too. It's okay. All right. But now after that, you know, didn't work out, after, you know, that situation dissolved, now she's by herself. She feels isolated and alone. I can understand that. All right. So we got to find her boyfriend. When Mellie gets the president by herself, she has a drunk heart-to-heart with him about Olivia. And he says, I know she's back in town. Okay, she lets him know, I know she's back in town. But I want you to tell me if you start seeing her again. And matter of fact, not if. When you start seeing Olivia again, you tell me. So at least I'm aware of it, you know. And he says, no, I'm not going to see Olivia anymore. It's all over. That's it. I'm not going to see her. And of course, she doesn't believe him. You know, she's like, yeah, just let me know, please. You know, she's drunk, but she's not naive. Okay, that's the way that goes. All right, so, all right, and so that's basically the end of the episode, except for the last few seconds. They show Olivia, now she's back, passing the president in the hallway. The two cross, and as they're crossing, the president's very stoic with a poker face, you know, but Olivia has the most mischievous smile mischievous smile on her face. And you know, she's so cute, she's so pretty. You have to laugh at her because she's just a little devil, okay? We love her, but she's a devil. Yes, she is. All right. So thank you for joining us for the 2014 premiere of the television show Scandal. It's an ABC program. You check your local listings to find out when it's coming on. And we'll see you next week. You enjoy it. Have a blessed week. Rene Stanley for Movie Review Relay.